Sheldon, little bootleg ass studio.
Yeah, man, this Diddy stuff is wild though, man. It's getting crazier and crazier every day. We're gonna stay on Diddy for a quick second. So we have more accusers, as y'all probably know by now, have come forward. There's I think over 120, and two of those is a 9-year old and a 15-year old now. All right, so we got a 9-year old and a 15-year old supposedly victims of the diddler. Let's see what they talking about. We got the lawyer out here speaking and say that it's gonna be more people to name in this lawsuit, more than just Diddy. So y'all think Stevie J gonna be a part of this? Y'all think they said Barack Obama and them was it some of them parties? I wonder what kind of parties that was it. I wonder was it some of like those day parties, or was it at some of them freak off parties? You see what I'm saying? Because just because you attended the party don't mean you attended the freak offs. You see what I'm saying? But now since you've attended the party, people looking at you like, oh, you must been at some of them freaky parties. Anyway, let's get into this news right here.
Other instance, this individual who was 9 years old at the instance, this individual who was 9 years old at the time was taken to a audition in New York City with Bad Boy Records. Other boys were there to audition as well. All of them were trying to land a record deal. All of them were minors. This individual,
where the hell was their mom and daddy?
Was sexually abused, allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio, in the promise to both his parents and to him himself of getting a record deal.
This just don't sound right to me. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I've been hearing about a bunch of this stuff going on in the music industry since forever. So I'm not surprised that if it's happening, I'm not surprised if it is happening. All right. Now, if it's happening and everybody know it's happening, why are they out in P. Diddy if everybody is doing it? Because he's not the only person that I think is doing it, that I've heard of doing it. It's some of those big white execs as well, bending, book breaking some of these black men or whoever, to get spots. So I'm just saying, if this is true and everybody is a part of it, and if he promised them what he said he promised them, everybody knows this goes on in the industry. What did Puffy do to get outed? I'm just saying, like, everybody's alleging that it could be that alcohol lawsuit that he has. Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not the one with the answers. I'm just raising questions because I'm scratching my head at this, trying to figure out like what's going on. And why would the parents agree to this? Are they saying that the parents agreed to it, or is they saying that P. Diddy told the boy that he will promise his parents a record deal for him? Like, I'm not
Sexually
understanding
abused, allegedly by Sean Combs and several other people at the studio, in the promise to both his parents and to him himself of getting.
So they said in a promise to both his parents and him himself
A
for
record deal.
getting a record deal. So you mean to tell me that the parents allowed this to go down? Why ain't they being charged as well? Sounds funny to me. It don't sound right. Just don't sound right. And if he was gonna do that, he wouldn't. I'm sure he wouldn't tell the parents that he's gonna do that. He would probably. I don't know, because I don't like kids. I don't like that. I mean, I don't like kids like that. So what I'm saying is, I don't know what kind of mind a person like that would have. But I would think that he would try to persuade him in a different way away from his parents, and then try to tell him, don't tell your parents or something like that. Maybe. I don't think he would just be like, hey, I'm going to do this to your son and I'll give you a record deal. I mean, maybe not. Some people will sell their soul and their kids for a lump sum of money. But if this is the case, why ain't the parents being held accountable as well? But let's continue.
Another instance, another minor, told allegedly by Sean Combs that he would make him a star, but he needed to visit with him in private about it, away from his parents.
Okay. All right.
They were in a private area. Allegedly, Mr. Combs made the victim perform oral sex.
Okay, so either he's not worried. I hadn't watched this yet, as y'all can tell, because I'm giving some information. I'm speaking on it before it comes out. So either he's not speaking correctly, or he's told us the information that, okay, I say he's not speaking correctly because maybe he told the boy that I will promise your parents a record deal for you if you do this. Or did he promise that to the parents? Because now he's saying he got the little boy away from the parents. If you already made a promise to the parents, why would you need to try to get him away from them if they already know about it? Like, I'm not understanding. So
upon him. Another incident, an individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual, minor, was raped, and then other individuals took turns raping. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed to the world. The wall of silence has now been broken, and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us with people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. After vetting, we now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs, as well as claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. And you should know, to the extent the clients feel comfortable, we also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. Now, before we discuss the nature of the claims and claimants themselves, let me comment on the large volume of calls we have received since our first announcement. Even before...
Y'all think them calls is for real? Or y'all think a lot of them calls is just people trying to get that money? You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of people coming out all of a sudden. Like now, all of a sudden, you coming out the woodworks. It just, man, I don't know, man.
Before the indictment of Sean Combs, we had received a small volume of calls and had screened a handful of cases. After the indictment of Sean Combs and the announcement that we were pursuing these claims, the floodgates opened. People who
the floodgates open,
for a variety of reasons are now stepping forward to make their voices heard and to pursue justice.
Damn.
But no, most of these people are scared. They fear backlash in their communities. They fear backlash in their own.
Ain't none of these people scared of no damn backlash. Not before, not until now. Like, because if they come in with some false allegations and it get found out that they false, that's the backlash that they scared of.
They are afraid of retaliation from the perpetrators and their assault.
And if there are some real victims, I'm not speaking on that at all. You know, yeah, if it's some real victims, because I don't know. I honestly don't know. Like I said, I'm looking at this sideways because this happens over and over and over again, and it's becoming repetitive. Like,
associates.
I don't know.
They are rightly afraid for their own personal safety. I expect that through this process, many powerful people will be exposed. Many dirty secrets will be revealed. We know what we are potentially up against. And as is always the case in situations like this, when a celebrity is involved, people can be downright mean and nasty. You would be shocked at the length fans will go, no matter the evidence to the contrary, to defend celebrities they love. I mean, there's a reason for this word fans. They're fanatics. I've personally already been threatened multiple times on social media. And when I agreed to pursue this, I expected as much. This isn't my first rodeo. But victims who step forward to have their voices heard should not be subjected to that kind of conduct. They should not be targeted. I want to say this, and I want to be clear about it. Although we are vetting each call as stringently as we can, I always start with a mindset that I believe victims. I believe victims because I understand the tremendous courage it takes to step forward. So if you're watching this, please hear me. If you're out there and you have been victimized, you are not alone.
All right.
It's not having.
Well, there's that. So it's gonna be a whole bunch more. Whew, this shit finna get ugly, y'all.